Welcome back to AI Reviews. Like always, I am your host, Lee. Today we are having AI review the upcoming movie Flight Risk 4 times, from loving it to hating it. Let's see what they think.
Flight Risk truly soared beyond my expectations. Directed by the talented Mel Gibson and penned by Jared Rosenberg, this film takes you on a breathtaking journey through the Alaskan wilderness, where every moment is packed with suspense and thrilling action. Mark Wahlberg delivers an absolutely stellar performance as Daryl Booth, the pilot with a secret mission. His portrayal of a conflicted hitman caught in a web of danger is both compelling and profoundly moving. Wahlberg's commitment to the role, demonstrated by his daily transformation for the part, adds an authentic touch that makes his character's dilemma even more gripping. Michelle Dockery, as the determined FBI agent Madeline Harris, is a force to be reckoned with. Her fierce and commanding presence adds a layer of intensity to the film that keeps you on the edge of your seat. Her dynamic with Wahlberg is electrifying, making their cat-and-mouse game a fascinating watch. Topher Grace, as the informant Winston, brings a vulnerability that balances the film's tension with just the right amount of emotion. His performance helps to humanize the high-stakes conflict, drawing you deeper into the narrative. The setting of the film is a character in its own right. The Alaskan wilderness, with its harsh and unpredictable landscape, serves as the perfect backdrop for this high-octane thriller. It challenges the characters at every turn, mirroring the internal turmoil they face. Flight Risk is more than just a thriller. It's a masterful blend of suspense, emotion, and character development. Each scene is meticulously crafted, from breathtaking aerial shots to intense close-ups that capture the raw emotion of the characters. The film's pace is relentless, making it impossible to look away. The screenplay by Jared Rosenberg is a work of art. Intricate yet clear, it weaves together multiple storylines in a way that is both engaging and suspenseful. The dialogues are crisp and impactful, driving the narrative forward while also allowing room for character development. The cinematography deserves special mention. The aerial shots, combined with the rugged terrain of Alaska, create a visually stunning tableau that serves as much more than just a setting. It enhances the mood of the film, heightening the tension and adding to the overall drama. The supporting cast, including characters played by lesser-known actors, delivers performances that are both authentic and compelling. Each character is well-developed, with motivations and backstories that enrich the main narrative and add layers of complexity to the film. Mel Gibson's direction is impeccable. Known for his ability to handle complex narratives and intense action sequences, Gibson brings his unique vision to Flight Risk, making it not just a movie but an experience. His skillful direction ensures that the film maintains its brisk pace, while also allowing moments of quiet introspection. In conclusion, Flight Risk is a cinematic gem that thrills, challenges, and entertains. It's a testament to the skills of its cast and crew, who have woven together a tale of trust, betrayal, and survival against the most extreme conditions. This is one flight you won't want to miss. A thrilling ride from start to finish that keeps you guessing and leaves you breathless. An absolute must-watch.
Directed by Mel Gibson, Flight Risk dives into the perilous expanse of the Alaskan wilderness, serving as the thrilling stage for a tale of deception and survival. The setting is as much a character as the people within the story, with its breathtaking aerial shots enhancing the tense atmosphere that pervades the film. This backdrop is not just a passive landscape but an active, imposing presence that directly influences the plot's development. Mark Wahlberg stands out with a robust portrayal of Daryl Booth, a pilot with a deadly secret. His role as a conflicted hitman disguised as a pilot is executed with a compelling mix of intensity and subtlety. Wahlberg's physical transformation for the role underscores his commitment and adds a layer of authenticity to his character's plight. His interactions with Michelle Dockery, who plays FBI agent Madeline Harris, are laden with a palpable tension that forms the emotional backbone of the narrative. Michelle Dockery delivers a powerful performance, her character imbued with a strong will and the intelligence to match. However, it's her vulnerability that truly enriches her portrayal, offering a glimpse into the personal stakes involved in her mission. The chemistry between Dockery and Wahlberg is electric, driving forward a narrative filled with suspense and complex character dynamics. The screenplay by Jared Rosenberg merits praise for its crisp dialogue and taut structuring, though it occasionally leans on familiar thriller conventions. These elements do not detract significantly from the film's overall impact but do suggest a reliance on established genre norms that might have been transcended with more inventive scripting. Cinematography is another significant aspect where Flight Risk excels. The film employs stunning visuals that capitalize on the rugged beauty of Alaska, with expansive aerial views that complement the claustrophobic, high-stakes action on the ground. Topher Grace's role as Winston, the informant, adds a necessary complication to the plot, though his character is not as deeply explored as might be wished. Grace's performance is solid, but the character's potential feels somewhat underutilized, hinting at broader narrative possibilities that remain unexplored. Mel Gibson's direction effectively balances action with drama, orchestrating high-tension scenes that grip the viewer. However, some moments intended to heighten suspense come off as slightly contrived, lacking the organic feel that the best thrillers typically manage to evoke. The supporting cast does a commendable job, contributing to the film's dense atmosphere and helping to ground the more dramatic turns of the plot. Each performance adds a layer to the overarching narrative, even if no single supporting role stands out as particularly memorable. In conclusion, Flight Risk is a gripping thriller that makes excellent use of its setting and lead actors to weave a story of trust and treachery. While it may not redefine the thriller genre, it provides a solid, engaging experience that will satisfy fans looking for suspense and dramatic intensity. It's a well-executed film that demonstrates the enduring appeal of tightly wound thrillers that engage both the mind and the senses.
Flight Risk, directed by Mel Gibson, sets its scene in the sprawling, unforgiving wilderness of Alaska, an environment that promises intrigue and danger. While the setting is visually stunning, with cinematography capturing the stark and imposing beauty of the terrain, it often feels like a mere backdrop to a story that treads familiar ground. The film, featuring Mark Wahlberg, Michelle Dockery, and Topher Grace, attempts to weave a narrative rich with tension and betrayal but struggles to rise above the clichés that typically plague the thriller genre. Mark Wahlberg plays Daryl Booth, a pilot with a secret life as a hitman, tasked with the elimination of a key witness. Although Wahlberg's performance is solid, his character lacks depth, feeling more like a standard archetype than a fully realized individual. The film doesn't delve deeply into his motivations or the psychological turmoil that one might expect from a conflicted assassin. His interactions with Michelle Dockery, portraying FBI agent Madeline Harris, are supposed to be electric and filled with mutual suspicion. However, these exchanges often fall flat, lacking the intensity needed to truly engage the audience. Michelle Dockery's portrayal of Agent Harris is one of the film's stronger points, as she brings a level of determination and authority to her role. Yet, her character is similarly underdeveloped. The script gives her little room to evolve beyond the tough exterior, missing opportunities to explore her vulnerabilities or the weight of her responsibilities in a male-dominated field. This results in a performance that, while competent, feels disconnected from the stakes of the narrative. Topher Grace, as the informant Winston, is perhaps the most underused of the main trio. His character is central to the plot's advancement but is given scant background or personality. Grace does what he can with the material, but Winston remains a plot device rather than a pivotal player, making it difficult to care about his fate or understand his decisions. The screenplay by Jared Rosenberg contains sharp dialogue and some well-constructed scenes that manage to maintain suspense. However, the story relies too heavily on typical thriller elements, double crosses, sudden betrayals, and convenient plot twists that do little to freshen a well-worn path. The narrative could have benefited from a more innovative approach to its characters and their dilemmas, perhaps by providing more complex moral questions or unexpected character developments. Mel Gibson's direction is competent, managing the action sequences with a deft hand and capturing the isolation of the Alaskan wilderness effectively. Yet, his handling of the more subtle, character-driven moments lacks finesse, failing to draw out the nuanced performances needed to elevate the film above being merely functional. The film's pacing is another area where it does not fully succeed. While it aims to build tension gradually, some scenes drag, while others rush through potentially significant moments, leaving the viewer with a sense of uneven narrative timing. In conclusion, while Flight Risk delivers on the basic expectations of a thriller with its beautiful cinematography and a generally capable cast,
it does not do enough to distinguish itself in a crowded field. The performances, particularly from Dockery and Wahlberg, are competent but not memorable, hindered by a script that favors plot over character depth. The result is a film that is watchable but ultimately unremarkable, failing to leave a lasting impact.
Flight Risk, directed by Mel Gibson, is a testament to how a film can be an absolute chore to sit through, despite a premise that promises high-octane action and deep-seated intrigue. This film isn't just bad, it's a spectacular failure of storytelling and filmmaking, an insult to anyone who appreciates cinema. First off, Mel Gibson's direction is bewilderingly poor. Known for his dynamic and compelling films, Gibson drops the ball completely with Flight Risk. The direction is aimless and sloppy, lacking any semblance of the tight, engaging narrative you'd expect from a thriller set in the Alaskan wilderness. Instead of using the vast, unforgiving landscape to enhance the story's tension, Gibson manages to make it feel like an afterthought, a mere backdrop that is criminally underutilized. Mark Wahlberg's performance as Daryl Booth, the pilot with a secret life as a hitman, is shockingly bad. It's a performance so lacking in nuance and depth that you wonder if Wahlberg was even trying. There's no complexity here, no believable internal struggle, just Wahlberg going through the motions, delivering his lines with the enthusiasm of a man reading the back of a cereal box. Michelle Dockery, as FBI agent Madeline Harris, and Topher Grace, as the informant Winston, fare no better. Dockery is relegated to playing a cookie-cutter law enforcement officer, bringing nothing new to the table. Her character is so one-dimensional that she becomes just another prop within the film, rather than a driving force in the narrative. Grace's character is an even bigger letdown. He's given so little to work with that his performance feels irrelevant to the plot's progression. The script, penned by Jared Rosenberg, is a disaster. Laden with cliches and expository dialogue, it does a disservice to the actors and the audience alike. The plot is predictable, the twists are telegraphed miles away, and the dialogue could not be more cringeworthy if it tried. This is screenwriting at its most uninspired, a hodgepodge of thriller tropes thrown together with little thought or creativity. The cinematography, while occasionally capturing the raw beauty of Alaska, is mostly ineffective. Rather than amplifying the suspense or the drama, the film's visuals fail to evoke any emotion. It's as if even the camera gave up on trying to make Flight Risk interesting. In conclusion, Flight Risk is an unmitigated disaster that fails on almost every conceivable level. From Gibson's lackluster direction to Wahlberg's wooden performance, from the uninspired script to the ineffective use of its setting, the film is a masterclass in how not to make a thriller. It's not just bad, it's aggressively bad, a film that seems to go out of its way to disappoint and frustrate its audience. For those looking for a film that's thrilling, engaging, or even remotely competent, look elsewhere. Flight Risk is not worth the price of admission, let alone the time it steals from your life.
Thank you so much for watching this far. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe and comment for more videos like this, including the real review for this movie once it is out. I tend to have at least 2 videos out per week, AI reviews like this or real reviews depending on releases. Until next time.